Hey, we are live. I hope. Give me a thumbs up or a 5x5 if you guys can hear us. Well,
You sure you got that?
I don't know.
Okay, hang on. Let me grab my phone real quick. Can you not be able to go in until then? Yeah, so we're not even live yet.
Oh, Charlotte says she heard us.
Oh, there we go. Let me turn it down. Okay,
Sorry
got
about
it.
the feedback.
Got it.
Guys, this is all new to us, so you gotta bear with us. My little test live stream at the top of my head at 6 o'clock proves that we don't know what we're doing. Hey, camera's up here.
Sorry.
Eyes here.
Oh, you just don't want me here? You got that?
Yes, I've got it.
Don't you lose anybody?
I'm going to be watching chat, and I want to say hi to everybody. We got. Let's see here. I know that Tag's in here, and B's in here. Patty's in here. Starla Doak, Pat Wiley, Arthur Leslie, Lisa Holloway, J Doc 04, Lucky Dame, DJ Lucky Dame. That is. What is it? DJ Sandwich. Is that what it is? DJ
Oh,
Sandwich.
finally somebody else that's a sandwich.
Yes.
Okay, great.
All right. You want to tell them why we're here?
Okay, so guys, we were telling you we reached over 1,000 subscribers. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at that. We reached over 1,000 subscribers. Maybe we could do like Lucky Dane does, and I can just be a Barbie doll.
No.
Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. So here's what we got for the giveaway for the 1,000 subscribers. We're doing the Skittles, right? Freeze-dried Skittles, and then I put some seeds together for you guys. It's been tough. We got some rain, and I actually went out and just checked the rain gauge. It was dry today, and the rain gauge is actually at 1 inch. And so I'm a little happy about that. Actually, I'm super happy about that. So sorry, I wish I could have added more seeds in here, but we really wanted you to have volunteer plant seeds. We wanted you to have things that were naturally going here so that we knew what we were sending you is going to work. So here's what we got. So I did a package of marigold. And if you look in there, there's actually quite a few in there. These are going to be yellow and orange. Depends on how I was talking to Patty. Yes, Patty distracts me. But you can see these are 2022 seeds. And so you're going to get these. Now, G, you do a lot of things with marigolds. So why don't you explain to everybody? I do them in the tea garden, but you also put them in the garden behind the zucchini.
I put them next to plants because they're a natural pest deterrent. So and they'll come back. Those will come back year after year as long as you don't cut them. You like tear them out of the ground.
And then I put columbine flower in there, and the columbine flower, those are edible. There's also some medicinal in there, so you guys look that up. I'm not a pharmacist and I'm not a doctor, so that's on you. But I like to decorate my food with them. You'll see I do that a lot. We've got the meatloaf stretching a meal recipe coming in or coming on, and you guys will be able to see that. And then we've got our dill seed, and this was an absolute volunteer that came from the old Grumpy Acres. Yeah. I was shocked that thing even came up. I couldn't believe it lasted the winter. And then I went and got you guys some onions from the garden. So I'm going to tell you these are yellow and white. Can't tell you which ones they are. I said, oh, I've got them all mixed up. He said, it doesn't matter. So there you go. If you get a red one in there, you get a red one in there too. Then we've got the Amish Canning Cookbook. So we're putting that in there. We've had a lot of people that have just commented that they really want that. And then we've got Seed to Seed. So apparently I picked some really good books that people had at the top of their list. And then we've even had some people that said they just want one and hope to regift the other. Right. So I'm super excited about that. We love making things stretch. So whatever we can get out to the community is awesome.
Okay. Well, you want to give a quick homestead update, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's
do that. You want to make them suffer through that before
let's
we do the
ground?
You're going to suffer through that. You're going to suffer through it.
It's been great.
So what'd you do this week?
So I actually got the right joint compound mud.
She did.
And I've got the hallway even. I just have to go through there, sand it down a little bit, and then the original walls were textured, so I'll go through and texture those the way I started it. She was like, nah, don't do it that way. We're going to do it this way. So I'll learn that on the fly, I think.
Yeah, I'll show her how to do it.
And then we'll figure that one out. Is something to do with the sponge and
But we're
the
hoping
compound.
we're hoping to have that second bedroom done within a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then
I'm almost ready to paint.
Started tearing out the bathroom. So that's on the inside of the house. And you did some canning.
I did a lot of canning.
You got some videos up.
Yeah.
But you got some other canning done too.
Yeah, we got a lot of canning done. Did the meal stretch video. All of that is coming. The peaches. Oh my gosh, we got so many peaches. We were actually able to share many with a lot of our friends. And then we still have to get our neighbors some peaches.
Yes, we do.
So we'll get those. We have more on the tree.
I hope you save some because there's not many left on the tree.
Because you've been eating them. Stop eating them. So we'll go get those. The dogs do a really good job around here about keeping the possums and the raccoons away. And so we're usually not a 3-dog family. In fact, that's usually too much for us. Yeah. But on land this size and with what we got going on with the dogs, 3 have been a blessing, really. Yeah. So besides the dog hair, I'm tired of cleaning the house.
Yeah, and then on the outside of the homestead, we did the smoking of the fish this week. So I spent 2 nights on the grill, and it was really nice. You know, didn't really get a lot accomplished out there, but we got that stuff smoked, and
that was a lot accomplished. That was 65 pounds of fish that I put away.
Well, and like we said in the video, you know, the reason why we're doing it is we're trying to get ahead of any potential problems with the electrical grid.
Right.
If you're running acreage like we are, you know that you end up accumulating freezer space. And here, you want to get so you can see that.
Yeah.
But we're trying to get out ahead of it in case something bad happens. And right now it doesn't look like anything's going to, but you never know.
So I think I'd argue that. Pat, maybe you can say something, because we actually had a conversation in chat or in Messenger, and then also in on Facebook. And you were talking, you guys are going through brownouts right now, and you said it's wearing on the appliances. And that is actually one thing that got us motivated to do that. So Pat, maybe you can comment on that.
Yeah. And then we started mulching the blackberry patch. We used that lawn sweeper that we bought. We got it put together and we started using it, and I'm loving it because hand raking it would take about an hour and a half. It took me about 15-20 minutes. Started mulching that.
Well, shoot, just having somebody come in and hay it, you're going to lose most of your crop. Yeah. So
and then the spraying the lawn or dish soap and water in a 5-gallon sprayer.
It worked.
It worked. There are no Japanese beetles on that tree. In fact, I found them. Some of them had moved over to the peach tree after we sprayed it.
Yeah, and so some of the comments not comments, but some of the questions that I had, and I was actually talking to Patty and over at Hacks from the Homesteader, and I was talking to her, and she was getting ready to go out and buy Dawn dish soap. And I was like, no, why are you doing that? Why do you spend that much money to spray that? That is not what I did. I went to Dollar Sense, and I found a 50 liter, whatever that is.
Regular size.
And 50 ounces. I found 50 ounces for $1.25.
And it smelled like lavender. So when I was done spraying the trees, I smelled like lavender for the morning.
It actually smelled pretty good. So there's that.
And then just daily maintenance on the farm. I mean, it's been rainy the past couple of days, so we didn't get a lot done outside.
The feed bill saving has been amazing.
Yes, the feed bill saving, the buying in bulk work. So if you've got the ability to go to a local farm co-op, I would go check them out. A lot of them make their own feed. They mix their own feed, and you can get it
exactly the way you want it.
About 40% of the cost of what it does buying it in bags.
It literally. So you had said something that we saved $300, and we actually didn't. We saved more than that.
Did we?
Yeah, it was a lot more than that. And so, breaking that down, it just totally made sense. And then we found the bamboo. Well, we didn't find the bamboo, but we found out that the bamboo can actually feed the animals as well. So that worked out.
Cindy Hart gave you a new name. What? Yoda, also known as the Mud Dancer.
Oh my gosh, that Tag. Oh my gosh, Tag. Oh gosh.
Leslie Kiss America Farm says she's from Missouri. Leslie, you need to get out on the Midwest Preparedness Project Facebook or MeWe page. We've got a camp out coming up October 1st and 2nd. Actually, you can go out there Wednesday night before that. So that would be what, September?
I don't know. Now I have to look at
September 28th, I think it is, Wednesday.
A few
the 28th.
days before the 1st.
But you can camp out for free. They'll have classes and they're really good classes. And we do a potluck on Saturday night. We do a barter town. They've got some really cool prize drawings that they're going to do this year. We donated. We're helping sponsor it, and so is Hacks from the Homesteader, and Being Tag are sponsoring it too, aren't they? I think Being Tag at Life Then Free are sponsoring it. So if you guys go to that, if you're in Central Missouri or Southern Nebraska, Central Kansas, Southeastern Kansas, it's a 4 or 5 hour drive. You can go up, you can camp out, and it's a blast. And you meet all kinds of good people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a great way to build your community, to be honest with you. So that's how we built our community, and by accident. We didn't do it on purpose, but it was great.
Lucky Dame. Mo runs Barter Town. She has 2 people runs Barter Town.
Mo runs Barter Town.
Mo runs Barter Town. At least he used to. And Bobby Spags from Spags Unfiltered, he's kind of running herd on doing it this year.
They put a committee together.
They put a committee together, but Bobby is really kind of the driving force, and he's got a lot of experience running expos and things like that here in the area. So he
does a lot of prepper expos in the past, and he's doing some now. I think,
and he's really we're really moving it. I think the first one that I went to, there were maybe 20, 25 people.
You wouldn't let me go.
Yeah, I wouldn't let him go. Wouldn't let her go because I wanted to make sure there were no crazy people there.
All right.
And there were crazy people there, but they were cool. But I think last year, what Bobby said, they had 98 people.
It was a little bit more than that. Rowdy, I'm not sure why you're calling me, because you should actually be looking at the screen. So stop it. So it's probably telling me, look at the camera.
Yeah, look at the camera. Quit looking at that. But anyway, so that's what's going on. Anybody got any questions about what we're doing or anything like that? Because if not,
we had some questions, and maybe we can just go into this. There was a question. We did the one on the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and we said if there was any questions that you wanted us to answer, then to do videos on, then go ahead and ask that question. And somebody, and I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was, but actually asked, how did you get here? Like, what was the driving force? And I'm going to put more in here than what it is, but what was the driving force that made us just kind of jump into homesteading? Why did we leave the suburbs and do that? And how did we do that to get where we are now?
Well, okay. If you want the long story, you can go look at our Y videos. They're about a year old. Not very good. I'll be honest with you. Very, very rough, but that explains it. Long story short is I started out Y2K as a prepper and just naturally evolved. If you watch that video, she was not on board. If you watch the video I did with Bobby where we talked about the evolution of a prepper, that's how we came to homesteading. And we were on a suburban lot in a suburb of Kansas City, and we were just doing little gardening and stuff. We lived in a 900 square foot house with 4 of us, and we buckled down. We got out of debt, and we bought another suburban house out in a small town outside of Kansas City. We were on what, 3/4 of an acre? Not even that big, half an acre.
Are you talking in Sugarland?
Sugarland, yeah.
No, it was a 1/4 acre.
It was a 1/4 acre lot, but we started raising rabbits, and we had a really big garden.
Aquaponics.
Yeah,
it was a whole hot mess.
Did aquaponics. We had rain catchment in the back. And so, it just progressed, and we had a 5-year plan. We were going to get out of debt, and we used Dave
Didn't
Ramsey.
get to that 5-year plan until later, though.
Well, yeah,
because you had to get me on board.
We were in that house for 17 years.
No. In
15 years.
Sugarland?
15 years.
No,
I'm sorry.
11.
11. Anyway, but we were there a long time, and we decided once the kids were gone, we were going to buy some land and start trying to be self-sufficient. And one thing led to another. We ended up on a 11 acres, and
10
she was doing real estate at the time, and she kept bringing farm animals home because she was specializing in selling rural properties. So these people would move, and we ended up with goats and chickens, and we had ducks, and we had rabbits and
Quail.
Quail, if you're on a suburban lot or in an apartment, quail are a great thing to start with. They will give you can learn all the basics of doing chickens, and you won't have to learn, how do I put it? Your lessons that you learn about chickens will not be as harsh if you start with quail. And quail eggs are tasty. It just takes a lot of them. But that's how we ended up here. And then of course, I've told the story about how I wasn't going to take the jab, and we just by chance were able to buy this house in an area that our circle lived in, and I by chance, well, it wasn't chance. I'm going to say it's providence. I was able to get a job 5 miles away from our house. So my round trip job drive went from 64 miles a day to less than 10. So it's been providence. It's been very providential. But I'm going to say this. I don't want to sound.
Hey, you guys, so let's do something. I'm noticing something in chat because Garen said he had his eyes on it. So if you see me looking down, I now have my eyes on it.
You got it.
Tag, thank you right now for taking care of questions. Mrs. Ghetto, thank you for pushing us and getting people, showing them how to do that. Hitting that like button, guys, helps the algorithm, and that is super important. Also, Shaden, oh my goodness, this kid, I'm telling you, he's cut from a different cloth. He really is. And so we're super excited to have him over at EMP Shield, and super excited to have him in the community. There's several of you in here. Oh yeah, Patty. Yeah, they took some bamboo and from our property and took that bamboo over and fed it to their sheep and goats, and actually ended up taking starts from our bamboo. They're good to go. Let's see.
And I'm going to do a whole video on the bamboo because there's several different types, and there's certain things that you need to know about each type and how to handle them.
Yeah,
because it's very important.
Cindy Hart, you're right. There's no shame in the game. It was actually funny, and so you'll figure out that a lot, especially when you build your community, it's super funny that when hard things like the mud dancer, when a lot of things like that happen, it's super funny to just go back, or super important. It's important to go back and actually be able to laugh about those things, because you don't want to just say, okay, I'm giving up. I'll never do it again. So we have a lot of fun with each other. And Cindy Hart basically said that there ain't no shame in my game being a mud dancer.
And our circle is vicious. They will pounce on you like piranhas if you screw up, but they do it out of love.
They do it out of love.
They do it out of love.
And so I've had a lot of people ask me, and Billy from Permanent Pasture Farms, he actually, before our interview, he asked me, he said, so I got to know, Angie, he said, how did you get the nickname Yoda? And so I'm just going to tell you, because I've heard some people on some videos, split personalities, that kind of thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's really not. And so a lot of people know him as Grumpy, me as Yoda. And so G was like, well, just whenever you comment, hit that / mark and then just put Yoda on there. And so that's what we were doing. And then it was super funny. Anyway, okay, so let's go back. We had a girls' lunch. So when you're building your community, it's really important that the women get along. And so you need to figure out how you're going to do that. Plus, you need to filter them out, right? Who's really on board? Who's not on board? Who's going to help support you to get further? That kind of thing. So we would have girls' lunches once a month. Mm-hmm. And so we would go once a month, and we had chickens, and we had some people that were living on suburban lots and did not have chickens and that kind of thing. So I would always say before, and I was running late. And so I text messaged everybody real quick to the group. And I said, does anybody need eggs? And so then the list started coming through of everybody that needed eggs. And I said, okay, eggs I will bring. And then so I went and got how many eggs I needed to get, counted them up, threw them in the truck. By the time we hit Jason's Deli in Lawrence, which was a 45-minute drive, I walked in and I was Yoda.
Okay, so Starla wants to know how I got you into the prepping, and I'm going to tell you what.
Yeah.
I did not get her into it.
No.
It was not me. All I did,
he helped.
all I did was provide the platform.
Mm-hmm.
The whole pandemic thing.
It was before that.
Was it? But
Yeah,
whatever was going on, I don't remember what was going on, but whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
it scared the heck out of her. And she became really
Mm-hmm.
concerned. And it was right about the time that she started going to the camp out with
Mm-hmm.
me. And she met the wives
Mm-hmm.
in the group, and just the perfect storm. And she came around, and it was like somebody flipped a switch.
Do you want me to answer that question?
Go ahead.
So Starla, the way that it happened is we started going to those campouts, and I made friends with the other wives that were going in, and we were going to lunches, and I was hearing what a lot of the women were saying, but I was also listening to what a lot of the other women were not saying, which is one way I filtered that out, right? And then I'm a real estate agent, and so it was really weird when homesteading really started becoming a fad, I guess. And I was dealing with a lot of, I had a lot of Mormon clients. I had a lot of people that wanted to be homesteaders, a lot of preppers. And so I had to go in their houses and I had to see what they had, right? So I'm seeing the way their house is. I'm trying to stage everything, trying to get all of that together. And it's registering. This is what they're talking about. Do I have 2 exits? Do I have 3 exits? I don't want one way in. What happens if this one floods? What water sources do I have on the property? And so I would start asking questions, and I would just kind of go in and not invasive. I wasn't trying to, go get into their privacy, but we would just have conversations and open up a little bit. And the more I heard and the more everybody opened up, the more it went in my brain. It was like, oh my gosh, okay, something's wrong. And it was probably about 2015, 2016, somewhere in there. Patty, correct me if I'm wrong. There was something that happened, and I just woke up in the morning, and I really felt God. Tears me up. I really felt God just take control of me and say, today, you are going to take a day for yourself, and you are going to Jamesport. Now, Jamesport is North Missouri, and Jamesport is the Amish community, and they have canning jars and lids and, bulk items and that kind of thing. And he said, you're going. And I don't know what happened. I just got up, got dressed. I called Patty and I said, hey, Patty, you want to go? I'm going to Jamesport. She said, sure, I'll meet you in this city. Pick me up. We're going. And I literally filled the entire truck up. So I had, Patty will agree. So I had we've got a king cab. So the entire back seat was full of stuff. The entire 8-foot bed truck was full of stuff. I got home and Garen says, oh my gosh, how much money did you spend? And I could tell, when I looked in his eyes, and I said, just take a deep breath. God told me to do this. This is okay. Here's the great thing. When I was down there, I had plenty of conversations with the Amish women that were around there. So I learned a lot of things. And so I think that was really the awaken moment. And I really wish, I wish Lynn from Australian Homestead Oss, I really wish she was on here. Her and I had a conversation, and around the same time, she also had the same awakening. And it was the same way. It was very strange. And I told her my story before she told me hers. So, it was very strange the way that happened. Well, no, it was Providence. And so, I'm very lucky that I started early, and that's kind of how that happened. It was the community, the circle we put around us, and my trust in God and my faith in God, and learning to listen to what he's saying and just go with it. That's how I got into.
And there's a lesson there for you guys that are watching too. And I know that the gentlemen that I personally know in chat, I know they know this because we've lived it. But the women in your circle are the ones that are going to drive the preparations and the homesteading. I mean, we'll do all the hard work and we'll do all that stuff. But as soon as they all come on board, it's going to take off, and you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish once everybody's on board and pointing in the same direction.
Tag wants to know, how do you properly stock a pond, turd?
You grab the fish and you chuck them into the middle.
You don't chuck them. Don't chuck them. No, I learned that. So you don't want to do that. But no, you want to let them lay in there. They actually come with directions. But because I had talked to Bee, I didn't look at the directions. I just followed what she said. So
same reason why you use speckle on the walls.
Did we have to go there? I was really proud of what I did. I showed him the hallway. I got the walls even. Happy about that.
And she used the proper material.
I did. Med joint. Or joint, is that? What is that? Joint compound.
Joint compound.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, Cindy Heinrich. I would say that, oh my gosh, I would say to get your husband on board, I would almost do it the same way. Just kind of do what you're doing, right? It's your job. God even tells us it is your job to make sure that inside the home, everything's taken care of, right? We're in charge of food. We're, to an extent, I guess is what I'm saying, but we're in charge of making sure that that's preserved and all of that stuff. And then you just lean on them, give them support, pray for them, and really kind of bring it over.
And I will give you some practical
Okay.
tip. So you have to start meeting people, and you have to expose them, because I'm telling you what, your spouse, whether you're male or you're female, your spouse will not listen to you. If you've got a relationship where it's everybody listens to everybody, then my hat's off to you, because most times you cannot teach your spouse anything. And we learned that.
Mm-hmm.
We learned that. We used to do range days before ammo got real expensive, and I tried for years to teach her how to shoot, and could not do it. And I was the worst person in the world while I was trying to teach her. And one of our friends took her and said, "Let me show her." And
but you have to make sure that you're really good friends too.
Yeah, you got to be friends. I mean, it's got to be part of your social network. Mm-hmm. But the point is get somebody that they trust and they respect to talk to them about it. And they may not sway them, but they'll at least nudge them in the right direction.
Well,
right?
I can now shoot with my left hand. So that was actually something that Tag over at Life Done Free taught me. After I called him an a-hole, and he made me cry. And so, but there's that. That's why you have to make sure that you're friends. And I was crying because I was under pressure, not that he was being mean to me. And so, he literally put paper inside my glasses so I couldn't see out of my right eye. And that left shot, if I remember correctly, but Tag, correct me if I'm wrong, and Garen, correct me if I'm wrong, that was the best shot I think I ever made. I was able to go through a little tiny hole from I don't know how many feet we
there's that. That's a good way to do it. Go out and start meeting people. Go to things like the Midwest Preparedness Camp Out. If you've got
Midwest Preparedness Festival.
Oh, it's a festival now. It's no longer a camp out. It's a festival. But go to things like that, meet people, and just expand your social circle, and find people that are like-minded and have them talk to them. And you're not out trying to convert anybody. You just talk to them about the positive aspects of it. Answer any questions they have. Try to alleviate any fears they may have. And you'll be amazed at when they'll come around.
Oh no. Oh, Deb's asking Life Done Free, but Deb, no, my moringa, it's gone. We moved, and I almost think it just went into shock. So
what?
The moringa tree. And so, no, mine's not doing good. Bethany seemed to be doing, or bees seem to be doing okay. So I'm not sure, but no, mine struggled. I know that wasn't for me, but Anyway, if you have moringa seeds, send them to
me. Lucky Dame's husband agrees with me.
I saw that. Yeah. Yeah.
He's
I think
he's a very smart man, and you're
thing.
very lucky to have him, Lucky Dame. I'm just going to say that.
All right.
Well,
let's see.
We have
he doesn't listen.
We have bored these people for 30 minutes. Do you think we probably ought to give them what they came for?
Yeah, it's probably time. And then after we do that, if you guys have any more questions, we'll stay on and do
we'll
that.
stay on. But
so yeah, go
All
live
right.
with that. And
so what I did, I went out, and if you're ever looking to do this, there's a web page called willdecide.com, WHEEL-decide.com. And what it allows you to do, it allows you to put people's names into a list, and it creates a spinner wheel. And you click start, it automatically spins it, and it randomly selects a name out of it. So what I did, anybody that commented before midnight last night, their name's on this list. I think I counted 30, 32, 35 people, maybe.
Might be more than that.
But you're all on the list, so here we go. And it is spinning. Where it stops, nobody knows.
Teapot.
Teapot is the winner. Teapot. Here's what we need you to do. We need you to go on the About page for our channel, get our email address, and email us your contact info.
Super simple. TheRealGrumpyAcres@gmail.com.
At gmail.com. And if you can't remember that, it's on our About page. But email us your contact info, and we'll get in touch with you, and we will get the prizes in your hands. Like I said I think I said it on the preview video. If you live outside the United States, we can't send you the seats. Well, we could, but we want to play by the
in the US.
Okay, but we want to play by the rules with that. So we'll get your contact info, we'll get these in a package, and we'll get them sent off to you. Congratulations, and thank you for being one of our subscribers and commenting. And thank you to everybody else.
The Teapot said, awesome, thank you, the big fish. Are seeds good for Bartertown? I imagine most have their own seeds. No, seeds are great for Bartertown. In fact, we did one just with our community. We were trying to bring another circle in. So we had a small Bartertown here, and
nobody from the other circle showed up.
Later.
Well, one couple did.
But so what we did is we sat in the living room and we traded seeds.
Yes.
So yes, that is good for Bartertown. And then let's see.
Were these barter? Were the banana trees barter?
No, no.
All I remember is they showed up the same time that happened.
Christy secured these for me, but I paid for those because I just had this stinking feeling in my gut that I wasn't going to get my order from the company that I ordered from.
Name the company.
Sure enough.
Name the company. Call them up.
Burgess Seed Company. Never order from them. Never. I still have half my order out somewhere floating around, and I ordered in January. I'll never order from them again.
Which is really a shame because we've ordered from them before.
Yes.
And didn't have any problems.
Yeah.
But we've talked to other people, and they've said the same thing. They said this year it's been terrible. And who you ordered from somebody else too, didn't you?
No, that was Christy did this for me. So
okay,
yeah.
So she ordered, but she didn't have any problems getting what she wanted from that.
In fact, she got them before I did. And no, I don't know that she ordered them from Burgess. I think she
ordered them from somebody else.
Yeah.
Good. So there's our recommendation for you.
Yeah.
But,
so we still have stuff coming in. So
okay.
All right. Love a good seed swap. Yes, Lisa. Yes, a good seed swap is good. What type of bananas are they? Deb, it's one of those, Deborah, it's one of those, I think it said like miniature banana, but girl, I'm telling you, I'm looking at these things and they're getting ready to hit the ceiling. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I need to figure this out because they're not leaning over.
No.
I have pups. This is the first year and there's pups coming out of there. I transplanted everything and thank God we didn't take that small one out. I saw another YouTuber that was talking about that and my pups are not large enough to do that because that's one root and one solid piece and then there's roots that are up underneath that. I bet if I ask Christy and if she's on here, maybe she can go ahead and comment. She'll know what type of banana trees these are.
Well, and the problem we're having with them is it's been so stinking hot and dry this summer. I mean, we go through like a week of really hard rain. I don't know if you guys saw it over in St. Louis. They got 9 inches of rain in 24 hours yesterday.
We did.
And we got an inch in 24 hours. But it goes like that, and then it gets real hot and dry. And these things need constant water. I mean, they're tropical plants. They live in a rainforest. So we're gonna try to,
and not the 120 degrees, which was all that was registered in the greenhouse, because that's as high as the thermometer.
So we're gonna try to get them through this winter and get them someplace where we can put an automatic watering system on them next year. It's too late. I got too many other projects going on to worry about that right now. They're doing just fine inside the house, and we can move them out on the back deck every now and then if we need to.
Do you want a great, mostly live plant company that delivers, that has a great buy two, get one free sale? Absolutely. Yeah. Let me know. You can either, Deb, you hit me up on Facebook. You got my information there. We live in 7B grow zone. We use greenhouse to mimic zone 10 in one and zone 4 in the other. Wooden Nickel Homestead said that.
So we are learning. This is the first greenhouse we've ever had, and we are learning how to use it. And there's surprisingly steep learning curve. I was kind of shocked, and I worked for a greenhouse / lawn care landscaping company, so I'm used to working around them. But just actually running one is a lot harder than what we thought it was. It literally went from 80 degrees in there to 120 degrees in the course of about a week this year.
Yeah, we think 120 degrees. It might have been more than that. Starlet Doak Wagon Hollow Homestead at Wooden Nickel Homestead. How are you able to mimic a zone?
That's a good question.
So maybe that's an interview, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. All right. So, so if you're up for that, Wooden Nickel Homestead, why don't you email us and we'll get your information, or we can email you. Okay. And
if their email's on their about page.
Okay. So let's just assume that it's not. And why don't you email us and we can talk, because that would be kind of fun to know. And I think there's a lot of people out there that would want to know that. I ordered purple whole peas from Burgess and only one seed sprouted. Very upsetting. Oh yeah.
Starla says that she's getting over the C. So you need it.
Yeah.
She needs to go get rest. Yes, go get rest.
Yes, yeah.
Because that will linger and linger and linger.
Yeah, for months. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. And
nope, don't say anything about it.
There's some alternative medicine that's really, really good.
No, it's not. YouTube will cancel this stream.
I didn't say what it was.
You know what? This is our first live stream.
You don't want to mess it up.
I don't want to mess it up.
All right. So Wood Nickel Homestead, he actually said humidifiers, fans, heaters, CoolBot. What's a CoolBot?
Portable AC unit.
Oh, is that like a swamp cooler, maybe?
I'm not quite sure.
We might have to check into that. Starla said y'all are awesome.
I know I am. I don't know about her, but I know I am.
And Lucky Dame prepared it. She's just laughing.
Go check out her channel. She does. She's been doing music. She acts like a DJ on Saturday nights, and she will take requests during the week. And she is DJ Sandwich, and she did heavy metal recently. I told her she needs to do Angry White Chick music from the 90s, and she's like, I'm not really quite sure what that is. And I told her, I said, any group. You
can't tell somebody from the South to do something like that.
I told her any group that played at Lilith Fair, and she said, "Ooh, that doesn't sound fun at all."
It's not. My mom made me go to that concert. Not fun at all. My mom actually had to protect me.
It's Friday nights on Patriot Sandwich Maker.
Oh, there you go. Oh my goodness. All right. I played some for you and you were there.
Was I?
Yeah.
I must have been.
Oh, weren't. Nope. She said weren't.
I wasn't there.
Yeah. No.
I apologize.
He's a slacker.
No, I was asleep. I had a very hard day and I was asleep.
Oh, Teepaw. She said, when I send you email, what would you like from South Carolina?
You know what? You guys can surprise us.
No, you guys don't don't ever feel like you have to give us anything.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is true.
One of the missions, and I see so many channels out there, and I was actually telling G because I saw one, was it yesterday or the day
Don't
before?
mention it.
And I won't mention the channel, but it upset me a little bit. And I was like, I think what bothered me about it is that we're here to help other people, and it's about creating this community that we can learn from each other and do all of this. It's not about what you can send us and what we have to send you and all of that stuff. We do these giveaways because we want to, and we know that these are going to help. And these are what we have in our arsenal, so I know they work. I would never just send something that I didn't know would work. I don't know. I don't think I have to go any further with that. I don't think it's necessary, so we'll just leave it at that.
Don't feel like you have to send us anything.
That's not at all.
But if you do, just surprise us. We will be gracious, and we will appreciate it.
A lot of times, just a prayer and a smile is great. So, here, let's see. Patriot sandwich maker, perfect. Okay, so Life Done Free is just laughing at that. Oh, poor Lucky Dame, you have no idea what you're getting into right now. You really don't.
Tag's a troublemaker.
Is that reseller tea? I'm not sure. Oh, no. Casey's just unsweet iced tea. I'm an unsweet tea girl. I know it is completely anti-South, but my dad always taught me don't ever ruin a good glass of tea. So, yeah, no, just regular tea. Let's see. Oh, Roselle tea. OMG, Roselle tea. Oh, okay. So she was having a hard time getting that out. I'm not sure what a Roselle tea is. I'm going to have to look that up. So I think this is just a regular black tea.
Teapot lives up just down the road from Billy and Metcalf.
Oh, road trip.
That's a great area to be in. There's a lot of good stuff happening in that area.
And just the fact that you guys have the tomatoes just growing everywhere. I'm so amazed by that. Teapot. I'd take some of those seeds. Yeah, I would do that. I'll swap you some seeds.
And you're close enough. You're close enough to Tennessee that you could go to that SOE festival October 1st and 2nd. I would highly recommend it. The speakers that John and Nicole got were awesome last June when Darren and I went.
Yeah.
So I would highly recommend that. Might cost a little bit, it's a road trip, but it's worth the effort.
Yeah, Lucky Dame, I'm a handful. I really am. So yeah, but you would know if I was drinking because I love everybody. I love anyway, but I love everybody.
What is it? What'd she say?
She said I'm skier.
No, hibiscus.
Oh, who?
Hibiscus tea. The tea.
Oh, she. I don't know. Spell check has been awful, and it's always awful to me. I see. Okay, hibiscus, I believe. I do have some hibiscus that I put in. So yes, I'm on that one. Wasn't sure what that was that you were saying, but when you're in different parts of the country, everybody's got a different name for everything. So I'll look that up. And then Deborah's like, right. So rate to what, Deb? I'm a handful. Let's see. Pat Wiley. Been drinking unsweetened tea since college. LOL. Munchies have some amazing teas. Murchies has some amazing teas. Wagon Hollow, Homestead. You are addictive. I am still here.
You need to go get some rest. You need to go get better.
Oh yeah. Yeah, why are you still awake?
Go get some sleep.
Because she can't put it down. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Teapot, you're welcome here anytime. I leave the light on. Perfect. Yeah, we do too. Deb, is it available on that online store link I sent?
Tag wants her to post the link. I'm not sure she can because she's not a moderator. But Deb, go ahead and email it to us, and we will make sure that
put it down
we get it out in a video and we get it in a description. We'll go ahead and do that for you.
Yeah. Patty, thanks again for the peaches. I made ice cream. Yum, yum. Yeah, well, I've got a bunch of peaches that I started processing before this, and I wanted to finish up. So I'll be up most of the night. We're hitting 9 o'clock here pretty soon. So I'll be up most of the night doing that. And Patty, I think honestly, as I'm looking at everything and I'm seeing the bruising and that kind of thing, I've cut out as much as I can on that, but I'm really thinking salsa and some jams. I'm not sure what else I can do. So I'll do it before they go bad. But, guys, it became apparent to me, and over, what was it, the last 3 weeks or so, we had a young man that came out here to help and earn some money, and good kid, don't get me wrong, but the critical thinking and the being able to work a problem out just wasn't there. And so we had him pick a peach tree for us. And instead of just placing them in the bucket as he did it, he took the easy way out and just went right into the bucket. So that's what I'm dealing with. And I didn't know that. Those were picked Saturday evening and definitely should have lasted me today. I walked in the door and I saw what was going on and I about flipped my mind. So I ended up having to go ahead and start processing those. So if you think, well, maybe you should think about canning better, starting earlier, that kind of thing. Well, first of all, we've got heat here. And second of all, you're going to get these surprises on a homestead. Yeah. It just is what it is. So you're just going to figure it out. And I'll do some canning and maybe a little bit drinking. Not going to lie. All right. So is that about it?
I think that's about it. Listen, we really appreciate you guys showing up. Go ahead and hit the like button if you liked it. We will repost this on the channel as soon as we get it cleaned up and edited. And if you guys,
oh, wait, hang on.
Oh, okay.
Starla Doak, Wagon Hollow Homestead. I got a trip to Rocky Ford, Colorado, picking up a load of veggies, black-eyed peas, purple hull peas, etc. Starla, you're probably coming right by here, so you might reach out to us.
Where's Starla from? Starla's from.
She's picking up a load. So I don't know. Starla, where are you from? Are you coming through Kansas?
Are you inviting people to our house? Is that what you're doing?
Because I'm thinking that folks, I'm going to go ahead and do the load of veggies, black-eyed peas.
I need you to go back and watch my OPSEC videos and learn about OPSEC because somebody hasn't watched them yet.
I have to. We can always meet somewhere else.
Not that we don't want to meet everybody.
Cheryl Nugent, this has been great. Thanks. Good night, everyone. Yeah, everybody's tired.
Yeah.
I got some canning to do, so let's just do that. You guys, thanks for joining us. This was great. Again, make sure you hit that like button and then share the video. We'll do another giveaway. I think you decided at 5,000.
I think 5,000 is a good round number.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for all of your support.
Absolutely.
This has been wonderful.
Absolutely. And with that, everybody have a great night and go pursue a life done free.